In lecture 2, we have studied historical development of those 4 doctrines. Okay? Now, next step in lecture 3, how do they differ? They means 4 doctrines. Okay? In terms of the differences that can be found here, first, the Bible interpretation is different. See, so it's the way of they interpret the Bible is different. That's very crucial, issue here. Now, historical premium and dispensational premium, okay, they are in common. They are in common in this Bible interpretations, because they are all premillennialist. These 2 are premillennialist. Although they share different points of view on many issues, they share here common share on the interpretation. In some way, not 100% the same. Now, their interpretation is this. They interpret the Bible literal way. Literal. Literal means it's very much the same as actually historical premium interpret the literal way they call, and dispensationalist they interpret letter, we call letterism and literalism. The letterism is exact letter. It's a word to word. Okay, this is a word to word. Yeah, direct word to word. On Sabbath, for instance, this literal way, literalism, it's a little bit, it calls grammar. It's based on grammar and sentence structure and context and history. History. It relates to grammar, context, and text, and history. As opposed to dispensationalism, it's a letterism, word to word. So we call it letterism. Letterism comes from Judaic culture. Judaic culture. Jewish culture. Jewish people, no wonder why dispensational peace people are pro-Jewish people. For that reason, these people, they believe one of the signs of end time is Jerusalem temple. Okay? Jerusalem temple should be rebuilt. Jerusalem temple should be rebuilt. It's a physical temple. Okay? Not only that, the nation of Israel, should be independent. See, all these teachings, we should rebuild the temple, and nation of Israel should be independent. That already happened, okay? So these kind of teachings derives from what? Eschatological? Dispensationalism. You have heard in your country, many people believing in that. Because their idea came from dispensational people's teachings. Okay? So you not know where you're coming from, but okay. So I believing in that. Although I am a historical premium, I am in line with these teachings. So I am a little bit mixed. Many ways I got mixed. So some people would say, Dr. Hwang, you must be a dispensationalist. I am not. But why you teach people this Jerusalem church rebuilt and nation of Israel, independent and so on? Why you do that? Yes, I believe in some part of that, their teachings, but I don't teach 100% what they are teaching. So later I will teach you, not today. Okay, I'll teach you later. I don't want to get you mixed up. Now here, how these four doctrines differ. First part is interpretation, method of interpretation. Okay, now here, these people here, historical and dispensational, interpret this way. Now, amill and post-mill they interpret the Bible as symbolic. Not only that, allegorical, symbolic and allegorical. Over here, the pre-meal people also literal way and I would say spiritual way. It depends on. Over here, they do that spiritual interpretation too. But here, literal, spiritual, and historical, and contextual, all this for historical people, okay? Now here, amill and post-mill shares here symbolic and allegorical. We will go over more detail later now. So this way, Bible interpretation, in the area of Bible interpretations are different. That's why they teach different way. They teach different way. Number 2 part here. Their interpretation on 1,000 years is different. 1,000 years. This is millennium. Millennium means 1,000 years. Now, here, historical premium and dispensationalist these people, historical premium and dispensationals, okay, now list, they interpret 1,000 years. They interpret 1,000 years literally. In other words, actual 1,000 years. So physical 1,000 years. Here, 1,000 actual 1,000 years. Because the way of interpretation. Okay? Actual 1,000 years. Are you with me? Okay. Now, here, amial and post-meal their interpretation of millennium, 1,000 years, is not a 1,000 years. It's a symbolic. It's a symbolic 1,000 years. Symbolic 1,000 years, which means very long period. It's not just a 1,000 years. It's a long period. So it's indefinite period. Indefinite period. Now you listen to me carefully here. You have learned from me, actual 1,000 years. What actual 1,000 years? You just actual, because I have taught you the historical premium. Okay, so now let me just make it simple here. First difference in interpretation of the Bible. Okay, second difference is interpretation of 1,000 years. Okay, now third way. It's a starting point. Starting point of 1,000 years. Starting point means inauguration. Inaugurating means starting. Inaugurating point. Because biblically we call inaugurating. Starting point of 1,000 years, millennium kingdom. Now, here, historical premium and dispensationalist, they believe $1,000 years kingdom starts right. This is a second coming of Jesus. So they believe right after the second coming of Jesus, millennium kingdom will start. Got it? That's their belief. Historical premium and dispensationalist premium. You are familiar with that. Are you okay following me? Okay, now. Then, how about amill and post-mill. Amill, post-mill's Millennium Kingdom starting point is this. BC 4, AD 30. You know AD 30. This is what? This is first coming of Jesus. They believe Millennium Kingdom started already here at this moment. First coming of Jesus. First coming of Jesus is the beginning of Millennium Kingdom. You better write it down. I don't have a space here. Millennium Kingdom had already started now 2,000 years ago at the point of his first coming. Okay, Millennium Kingdom started already. Now, from here, long period of time, his second coming. Which we don't know how long. Okay, it could be 3,000, it could be 10,000, it could be 10,000 million years. It's indefinite period of time. Okay, we are here in 2020. Therefore, we Christians are in the millennium time. So we are living in the millennium time, millennium period. So this their concept is a present tense, present world, millennium, present world concept. Millennium Kingdom means present tense all the time. We are in the midst of the Millennium Kingdom. Okay? Now, here, premier people's concept of the Millennium Kingdom is future tense. We are future. In the future, Millennium Kingdom will come. This way, the four doctrines are different. Let me repeat again here. In what way are they different? In the area of Bible interpretation. The Bible interpretation. Historic premill and dispensational premills takes the Bible literal way and letteralism way. And, okay, the amill and post-mill people takes symbolic and allegorical way. The way of interpretation is different. Okay, second area is that their interpretation of Millennium Kingdom, 1,000 years. Historical premill and dispensational premills takes literal actual 1,000 years. It's a physical 1,000 years. Okay? As opposed to amill and post-mills, their understanding is symbolic 1,000 years. Which means very long period. Okay? Indefinite period. That's the second part. Third part here, starting point of Millennium Kingdom is different. You see, historical and dispensational people, they believe after the second coming of Jesus, actual 1,000 years will take place. Okay? Now, as opposed to amill and postmill, no. Actual 1,000 years, symbolic 1,000 years had started at the moment of his first coming, right here. So already millennium kingdom inaugurated. When? At his first coming. Now, all the way, long period of time later, the second moment of the second coming, that millennium kingdom will end it when finished. So we are in the middle of millennium kingdom. Got it? So it's always present tense, present word. Now, future is historical and dispensational people. Future means, actually, this one also has a future sense, but in a way, always they say present. We are in. They don't look at this as future. They always consider present. I will give you more detail later as time comes, okay? So that don't push me hard. I'll just go step by step. So don't forget 1, 2, 3. 3 different areas. Okay, I'm going to stop right here, okay? If I do some more, then you will be confused. I don't want to put you into that confusion. So just forget all. Only remember the 3 parts. First is what? Interpretation. And millennium interpretation. Interpretation of Bible, interpretation of millennium, also interpretation starting point.